most people and most gurus and most copywriters think that in order for you to get 10K per month, you actually need to be working all day long. Like, you need to quit your hobbies, you need to quit going to the gym, you need to break up with your ex, not your ex, break up with your girlfriend, stop seeing your friends, stop seeing your family, stop doing everything that gives you pleasure. That's how I thought about it when 2 years ago when I first started copywriting. And I realized that when you're working 12 hours a day as a copywriter, it actually does the exact opposite. Because most people think you need to do more work, you need to work harder. But again, the truth is, this is the exact opposite of what you want to do. Because the more work you do, the more hours you work consecutively without a break, without your mind doing something different, without having this shiny object syndrome that people say, you're gonna lose a lot of motivation. You're gonna become really unproductive, like really unproductive. Think about it like this: you have this car, and you're traveling. Every few miles, you need to stop and you need to rest. You need to get fuel. You need to rest yourself, and the car needs to slow down, and the heat needs to go down. The same thing happens with your copywriting journey. When you're pushing, especially when it comes to the beginning, because if you're like Andrew Tate, bro, and you're making 10 million a day, whatever, of course you're gonna be motivated to work all day. That's the thing the gurus don't tell you. The reason the gurus are so motivated to work is because they're making so much money. When they were in your shoes, believe me, bro, they were exactly like you. They were exactly like you. Nothing else was different. They couldn't work for more than 4 hours a day. They couldn't do this. No matter what they say, no matter all this bullshit and all these lies they're gonna tell you. Oh, I was motivated all day. I never let my emotions judge my actions. I always worked hard. These are the bullshit they're gonna tell you. The truth is, maybe they were, probably they weren't though. And probably they're not even working all day now. That's bullshit. You cannot work all day. It's impossible. It's like telling me you can have a car, it can keep going without you fueling it, whatever, nothing, all day. It can keep going all day, every day. Do you think it's possible? No, it's not possible. So, the thing I've realized after being in a relationship, going outside more often, training 3 to 4 hours a day, and adding all of this stuff in my life, this creative, this productive stuff that gives me a lot of dopamine. I'm not talking about dopamine activities like watching Netflix or TikTok or all that crap. No. This isn't gonna help you, of course. I've realized that once I started doing all of this, I actually have a lot more energy when it comes to working. I love working, bro. I fell in love with working once again. I've never been so motivated to work so hard in my life. Now that I'm traveling, I'm doing all of this stuff. Like, never. I've never been so motivated. So my philosophy is this: make money in the online world. This is what I do now. Make money in the real world and do cool shit in the offline world. And if I were to give you one piece of feedback, instead of thinking that you need to work all day and that if you're not working all day, you're somehow lazy, you're somehow doing whatever, it's to just do cool stuff. Of course, I'm not saying you don't need to work hard. You need to work like a donkey. You need to work like an immigrant. But you need to have these times of rest. You need to be doing cool stuff in the real world. This is what's gonna keep you going. View this as your treat, bro. Like going outside with your friend, view this as your treat. That's how I viewed it. That's how I still view it. Like, for example, if I'm gonna go on vacation for like 3 days, then before I go on vacation for the previous weeks, I usually travel 1, 2, or 3 times a month. That's what I do. Like, before I go to the vacation, you better believe I'm gonna work my fucking ass off. And then I'm gonna reward myself. Always. The bigger the time I'm gonna take away from work, and the bigger the reward, the more I'm gonna have to work. That's what I do. For example, if I'm gonna just go out with my friend at night, maybe it's just gonna crash the day. If I'm gonna go out, if I'm gonna travel for 2 days, then you better believe I'm gonna crash the 1 or 2 weeks at least, like all day long, all fucking day long, no exceptions. But again, you need to have this cool stuff. If you're just working, bro, it's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna work for you. You'll never get to 10K per month because you're not gonna make progress as fast as you think. That's the truth. You're not gonna make progress as fast as you think. And when you don't make progress as fast as you think, that's when you actually start getting discouraged, feeling like quitting. That's what I felt. That's how you feel. I know how you feel, bro. I was in your situation. I was in your shoes last year. So, again, do cool shit. And remember my philosophy, bro. I really suggest putting this down somewhere and actually putting attention to this. Actually make money in the online world. Do cool shit in the offline world. That's my philosophy, and that's what I do everything. So yeah, hope you got some value out of this. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Who's got the biggest biceps?